What's up, Devils? J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Questions we're going over today is the video J-Dog sued his high school for a Demu Burger in Satan We Trust tour t-shirt. And as I saw in the comments, and I realized afterwards, like right here, distributive call points. Yep, kind of an embarrassing misspell. J-Dog, it's sued, S-U-E-D, not sued. Fully fucking aware of that. Couldn't figure out how to fit with the editing, which I've edited one video. I got the title. Other one was dicking around. I was like, fuck it. I mean, because honestly, what I've noticed too of my videos too, after the first 24 hours, they don't get jack shit for views. Unless it's talking about racism or something fucking stupid, then they continue to get views. So it's like, first for 24 hours, it's basically dead and forgotten. I was like, I'm not spending all this fucking time trying to figure this out. I was like, it's raw and fucking down and dirty, goddammit. This was a misspelling. So take it for what it is. You know what the fuck I meant. Levy Turtle, when do you place the cutoff between brutal death metal and slam? I don't know. I guess the only time I consider the slam, it just kind of was got this shit going on, and when that's a little bit thrown there with some like heavier riffs, that's kind of what I consider the slam category. But you get one reply. What the fuck do they say? What the fuck? There's no reply in there. Why does it say one reply? I don't know. Sometimes with the comments it says that one reply or three replies. You walk in, there's one or two. It's like, why does it say that? Well, there's not even one in there. So Magic 69. So you want to see push-ups in the pit? Here you go. Here, I'll watch my channel. Grant, I saw it. Oh, yeah, here he is. This is the show. So, I mean, it wasn't the show I was at, but like I said in an earlier video, I'm sure you guys definitely seen it by now by the time seeing this, is those during Frozen Souls. This guy sends me a link. Mosh pit highlights, push-ups in the pit at Frozen Soul shows. So this has got to be a Frozen Soul thing, guys. Is it? What other band? Name me other bands you've seen push-ups in the pit, because I've never fucking seen it before other than Frozen Soul. First time I've ever seen it. Not saying no one else does it. I could be wrong. I'm just saying that's the only time I've fucking seen it. And God damn it, now I lost my place in fucking line going over this dumbass fucking shit. So let's go back. But, yeah, so, yeah, it was, I mean, whatever they want to do, I'm not going to sit there and hate on them, because at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck. But it's just, I just don't get it, I guess. I mean, again, my biggest concern would be like someone's going to break my hand. Someone's going to accidentally step on it. So you're in the pit, right? And fucking just randomly getting down doing fucking push-ups. Yeah, here we go. Back where I left off. Interfacer J-Dog, remember that one night when you were at the Soulfly show? Yeah, I've been at plenty of Soulfly, and you sold me that bag of weed. Yeah, I sell so much weed. Two things I don't like, Soulfly and weed. They go hand in hand, though, goddammit. Layla Lover 90. Question Devils, has anyone gotten any of my CD/bumper stickers for my giveaway? Let me know what you thought. Got one reply. I definitely given them all away there. Probably people ask. Human Brisket, I haven't yet. I'll be ordering soon. I ordered the Blood and Unslaughtered LP, but that won't ship until November. I ordered 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's funny, as of just yesterday, I recorded this video, the Unslaughtered Blood LPs arrived, which is awesome, but fucking annoying as fuck, because I don't know how the fuck those are done before the Unslaughtered Red is the Color Ripping Death LP. Still waiting on those goddamn things, and in case it's still not out by the time you see this, fully fucking aware of the bullshit. Believe me, Don's beyond fucking pissed about it. Smoke coming out of his ears, Last Action Hero style. And the LPs are done according to the plant. They fucked up the stickers or something, so they got to redo them. We don't have enough employees. They're done. So it won't be long from now, but oh my God, I've never heard so many fucking delays in my life and so many excuses. So believe me, if you order an Unslaughtered Red LP and you're fucking pissed, like, man, these guys suck. They ain't got nothing motherfucking to do with us, man. It's everyone else in this world sucks. Everyone sucked pre-COVID, and they ultra suck post-COVID. Nothing but excuses and wimpification. That's all I fucking hear these days. Excuses, laziness, and wimpification. That's 2022 for you. So if we're in the year 2070 and my ass is dead, and if they're doing a fucking history documentary of today's society, hopefully society's cleaned up its act by then. I don't fucking see if that happens. It's only going worse and worse. But in case it happens to, do a documentary of how wimpy and fucking lazy and just full of excuses this time of the world was, because that's all I see. That's all I motherfucking see. Mike Violet, question: do you have any comments on the whole Metallica versus Napster thing that happened? No idea what you're even talking about. When I see Metallica, I see why am I even talking about this? I like the first four records. It begins and ends there. Outside of that, I have no idea what those clowns. But to be completely honest with you, even if somebody gave me free tickets to see Metallica, like here's front row tickets, Metallica, I wouldn't even go. Like, I have just zero interest in going. It'd be the equivalent of having me tickets to go see a Snoop show. So, yeah, I just have no interest in going to Snoop. I mean, even if it's free and again, you'd have to pay me because to me, that's work at that point. I'm like, all right, I'm going to work and my time to work ain't fucking free. That's like, hey, you want to get a job? Yeah, you're not going to work for a paycheck, right? I'm going to an event I don't want to be at. The only thing you're getting me there is the pay. Like with anybody to do anything, if you're going to go to a job, you're not going to do it for free because it's not like you enjoy doing it. Yeah, you got to get paid, right? It's the same thing. Metallica's completely in that category for me. Like I have no interest whatsoever. Even if they're playing, hey, we're doing the entire Kill 'Em All album. I still don't care. Like fucking Hetfield's voice, it's terrible. Like I don't want to hear that shit. I mean, it's gonna just suck. I'm just like I said, absolutely zero fucking interest by anything by the band. As interesting as Coolio and Snoop to me at this point. Question marks from Hell Swamp Commando. J Dog, how did the Miasmatic Necrosis concert go? I'll let you know in the future, Barbara. It's December 9th. So when that happens, I will let you know. So we still got about, from when I record this, was it for about 5-6 weeks? About 5 weeks. Do you and LCAT have any traditions for the holidays, like certain meals? No, not really. We go to my side, my parents' side of the family, and her parents' house, and just whatever the hell they make, right? Thanksgiving, they make turkey and mashed potatoes, like I'm pretty sure everybody else around the world does, or at least around this country does. So I wouldn't say that's my tradition. That's what both sides of the family make, like I'm sure majority of them, and I just show up. So Mike Violet, question. Do you think that Brett Hoffman would make a top 5 greatest death metal vocalist of all time? If you're asking the scene as a whole, no, because I think I think they'd pick kind of more stupid shit, in my opinion. That's nowhere near as good as Malevolent Creation of Brett Hoffman. For example, like picks that they'd pick, and I'm not dogging these bands. I think there's some I kind of like myself, like which is using them as examples: Gorguts, Asphyx, Pestilence, and even Obituary as a whole. Although I love the first two Obituaries, and again, like Asphyx, I like the first two, shit, whatever. But as a whole, I think Malevolent Creation blows all those bands away. But people would, no way, Pestilence is way better. It's fine if you think that, but to me, all those I just mentioned, I think Malevolent Creation destroys them, fucking sends them home on a stretcher. So if you're just asking me personally, would you make my top 5 vocalists? Probably not, but he wouldn't be far from it because I really like him. Because I mean, I can't say I like it like, if I was about favorite bands like the Cannibals and shit like that, then he wouldn't make top 5, but top 20, I would say for sure. He'd be in the top 20. But I think Malevolent Creation as a whole is wildly underrated, and they're one of the few bands. There's not a turn in the catalog. I mean, granted, I like every album. I like some albums more than others, but every album is good. I don't think they have one bad album. Not one. Even the ones without Brett. My least favorite, probably, it's funny because it's some of people's all-time favorites, is Eternal and In Cold Blood, which is Jason singing on them. I like those albums and I own them, but they're my least favorites. Somebody's got to be first, somebody's got to be last. I don't know, maybe just because it was so drastically different, and I prefer Jason and JP that when they did the Divine Empire, Redemption. That I think that Divine Empire Redemption destroys those two Malevolent Creation albums. Again, those two Malevolent Creation albums are good, but that Divine Empire is way fucking better, way more intense, better songwriter, catchier, more memorable, and just everything. It's way fucking better. I don't even think it's up. I don't even think it's debatable. Now I know there's going to be a ton of people that disagree because I've met people. I think that's even like Baxter, for example. I think that's his favorite Malevolent albums is Eternal and Cold Blood. I'm like, really? I was like, they're good, but I was like, better than 10 Commandments, better than Retribution, better than Fine Art of Murder. I was like, I disagree personally. I mean, whatever though. Kmart Goth. I think Cradle of Filth had a messy fan base from all the exposure from Bam Margera on MTV. Don't even know who the fuck that is, but since you mentioned MTV, that's probably why. I would never in a million years watch that shit. But yeah, whatever the reason is, yeah, they got a pretty annoying fan base. But again, I think they're getting a little. I think they get extra shit from the underground unfairly so because yeah, I get it. Like their later records, they went really wimpy and really like gothy and all this other shit. Is like 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 later Maiden sucks too. I mean, later Judas Priest fucking sucks. Later Morbid Angel sucks. And not to say that nobody rips on that or brings it up. It's just they don't get ripped on to the same degree, and that's where it's like you guys are a little bit going a little harsh on them and a little kind of like playing favoritisms. I'm like, there's bands and some of these guys they'll like bands. I'm like, dude, these guys went fucking worse. Like again, look at that Tiamat shit. There's the Tiamat stuff. Look at that. I mean, Grant, I haven't listened to those later ones for the most part. I think I've heard something I remember being really bad, but just the look, I'm like, what is this Static X? I'm like, at least Cradle of Filth, it still looks dark. It's just it looks that teenage gothy dark, to where it's like, yeah, it looked like they consider dark and evil looking. So it's got that, but I mean, the fucking Tiamat shit, I'm like, this just looks straight up fucking gay bar rock. Like, I mean, I don't even like. There's no way. You know what I mean? I think Cradle of Filth, even though later, looks better than that. But there's guys that'll like those later Tiamats, and they'll be ripping on Cradle. I was like, dude, come on, you don't even get a say in that category. You're allowed to be like, I don't like those, and I like Tiamat. That's fine. You're always allowed to like what you want to like. You know, whatever moves you, whatever you jam out. I get that. But you don't get to sit there just completely rag on them when it's like bands you like did the same or worse. It doesn't make any sense. So if all you like is nothing but Gavolt, nothing but underground, then I guess tear away at Pantera. And as long as you're ripping on the other bands that did it too, just as equal, then I guess fair game. But a lot of times it's just the Hypocrisy. That's another band. Hypocrisy, holy fucking shit. I mean, to me, they went way worse than Cradle of Filth in the grand scheme of things, because you listen to the first two albums, they're masterpieces, and then they changed so drastically. I don't think Cradle of Filth changed as much as Hypocrisy, for example. They just took their style and it got way more watered down and wimpy, but you could put it on and be like, oh yeah, I can tell this is Danny. I can tell this is Cradle of Filth. Hypocrisy, you play me a 2007 album, I guarantee you I had no fucking clue, even if you held a gun to my head, who is this? You play me a 2007 Cradle of Filth album, which I have not heard, by the way. I don't even know what album it is. I could probably figure it out. I'd be like, oh, that sounds like kind of like Danny Filth. Man, this is pretty weak. I would be able to tell. At least you could tell who it is. For Hypocrisy, that's for goddamn sure. I know. I've heard some later Hypocrisies, and I was like, whoa. This sounds nothing like Penetralium or Asking Obscenum. Perfect tens. More. You don't fucking like that? You don't like death metal in my book. I said it, goddammit. Yeah, you don't like the first two Hypocrisies, you don't like death metal. Get lost, brah. That's what I think. That's my opinion on it. Mike Violet, question. Are there any grind or death or black metal split that you know where the bands cover each other's songs? First thing that's popping in my mind is the Nunslaughter Graveworm split. They did that. You know, Nunslaughter covered a Graveworm song, and Graveworm covered a Nunslaughter song. I think that's what your question is, what you meant. That's the only one I can think of. But there might be someone else. Mike Violet, if I ever own a canoe, I'm spray painting Pantera on the side of it. Perfect. Yeah, get a canoe and just spray paint the fucking Pantera logo on it. Yeah, that's absolutely, because the thing is their fan base and that fucking homey as fuck looking Phil, beyond annoying. Just want to bitch slap the shit out of him. Which, even though people are like, oh, he likes real metal, which, and I'll give him that. I actually kind of get the vibe that he does like some real metal. Hell, he's even ordered from us, ordered a Portal shirt and shit like that. So I get the vibe he does like real metal, but just that arm behind the back, boxers hanging out, that tough guy shit, it's ultra fucking annoying. And then the fan base that follows those hillbillies with the Confederate flags, and just it's just douchey as a motherfucker. And then again, they're the ones walking around literally thinking that they listen to the heaviest band in the world. And again, I'm not saying they all think that, but I'm telling you, I met guys that literally thought that and say that. They're just the heaviest shit. It's just, and then they're an ultra douche with fucking, two teeth in their mouth, Confederate flag, and just tough guying it up. And I'm just like, it's just cringe as fuck. Sewer Vomit, J-Dog, question. You mentioned Cradle of Filth. Man, a lot of Cradle of Filth fucking talk. So again, for the guys getting pissed about Cradle, I'm just answering the goddamn questions. I didn't bring it up. Well, Maybe I brought it up initially, but I don't keep bringing it up. They're bringing it up. So shut the fuck up. I don't need to hear, why you constantly mention Cradle of Filth? It's Durkins. I'm going to answer the question marks, goddammit. I literally see question marks and I answer it. Unless I kind of start it and it's something completely fucking dumb. But, yeah, you mentioned Cradle of Filth. What's the deal with them changing band members more frequently than their underwear? Do you think they are musicians for hire, or do you think Danny Filth is hard work / tour with? Not sure, and to be honest, like I said, after Midian, I don't really know members, but to be honest, I don't even, other than Danny, there was Barker, what's his fucking face, the drummer on the first album. I really don't know the other guys' names. Never really paid attention, to be honest with you. Like, again, I've said it before in a previous video. I don't know every band member's name on every album I like. For example, I love Cruelty to the Beast. I think that's a great record. Who's the guitar player on there? I don't know his fucking name. I could look at my LP or my CD and know in 2 seconds. I just wasn't that curious, to be honest. Didn't need to memorize every guy's name. I can tell you this, whether you like the band or not, since he's big and successful, and has been doing it this long, I'm sure Danny Filth's not a fucking knob, and there's a very good possibility a lot of the band members, not all of them, that have come and gone are fucking knobs. You know, how do I know that? It's because owning a business, we deal with fucking knobs all the fucking time. This scene attracts knobs like a motherfucker. So, very good chance he's dealing with fucking knobs. And like again, 2022, fucking everybody's a knob though. So you got that. Plus you're in the metal scene. It's easy to run into fucking knobs. So that'd be my guess. He's dealing with fucking knobs. Scott Shepard, J-Dog. Bravo, have you given the new Bloodhouse Nord record a spin? Dope black metal release. I have not. To be honest, maybe now you said that, maybe I'll kind of be a little more interested. But that's a band where I just see it. I just had zero interest in listening to. That's full disclosure. It's nothing against them. It's not to knock their fan base. Not knocking the band. It might be the greatest fucking thing in the world. I know I've heard something at one point. I thought it just did nothing. I thought it did nothing for me whatsoever, good or bad. I don't remember what it was. It's one of those things. You look at it and you're like, I just have zero interest in listening to this. I'm sure every single one of you has that day where you look at it like, just otherwise you would have checked everything out, right? It's one of those. But now you said awesome atmospheric black metal, dope black metal release that she said. It spikes my interest a little bit more, at least. 2 cups of garlic, brother. Jiggity Doginator. He always has different fucking names for this. Tell us again about any awesome supplements you recommend for just normal guys. I have kind of gone over that, right? Just normal guys. Can't go wrong with omega-3s from fish oil for sure. Definitely that. Vitamin D. Vitamin D3 in the high dose, no less than 5,000 IUs a day. Otherwise, it's kind of unless you're in the sun all the time, then you're probably not getting nowhere near enough. Fish oil also in high doses. What you want to look out for, especially with the EPA, which just remember EPA, there's a fish oil contains EPA and DHA. Just the easy way to remember, EPA is kind of more for like the heart health. DHA is for the brain health. And the studies as far as the heart health, it's 3,000 milligrams of EPA a day. So when you look at your bottle, make sure you're getting at least 3,000 milligrams a day. And you might look at yours like, whoa, I'm taking like 6 or 7 pills a day. Yeah, you very well may be. Depends on the dose of your what you're taking. I would say those would probably be the 2 best for just a regular Joe. But I like a lot of other things added in too. If you just want to be extra, I like alpha lipoic acid, N-acetylcysteine, a good fiber supplement from psyllium husk. That's one of my favorites because you can literally see a difference of how often you go to the bathroom and things like that, and it improves your blood panel on your lipid panel, so you can actually physically see, oh wow, this is actually doing something. Where some supplements you look at, I'm like, I don't know, it's like it says maybe it's doing something you don't even fucking know that it's verifiable. So I like that. So yeah, a good psyllium husk fiber supplement too. That's probably what I recommend if you're just a normal dude, just listen to metal and have a goddamn day job. That's probably what I recommend. Let's get one more quickie in. If there is any more questions in this goddamn video. Z's guitar account. I'm really surprised you dig Mia's Mac Necrosis, J-Dog, considering it's more of the same. Can't wait for that show. I dug it because it is more the same, But it's been a while since a band that worshipped to where it's like the first, like I said, the best thing I could describe it as, it reminded me of where first thing that popped in my mind was Regurgitate's album Effortless Regurgitation. I mean, yeah, you put it on, it's the carcass worship, the general surgery. It's in that vein, but kind of more like Regurgitate with the shorter songs, just like that. Um, it's just been a while, with the exception of Pharmacists, since someone's done that. In the early 2000s, it seemed like there was a lot of carcass worship bands and bands kind of trying to do that, but it's just, I don't know, it's been a good 10 years, at least for me, again, with the exception of Pharmacists, that I've heard somebody doing that. And it was just kind of, in a sense, of refreshing, because the songs were so catchy and memorable on the very first listen. I'm like, wow, it just really pulled me in of that style. So that's why. But no, is it anything original? Like, whoa, this has never been done? Fuck no, not by any fucking stretch. Not saying not saying that whatsoever. But again, I mean, said for newer bands, you don't have to be original. You just have to write banger songs. Like I would just whatever you write, I would discard 90% of it, because chances are it's not going to be a banger. You know what I mean? It's got to be, lack of better terms, if you're going by the radio style, a radio hit. What's going to get played on? Is it going to be the Black Sabbath Iron Man? Is it going to be the Black Sabbath Paranoid? You know what I mean? Radio hits, what pretty much everybody likes and accepts. That's what you should try to write for every song. Take your time and do it, because chances are, yeah, you're probably just going to sound like Suffocation or Dismember or Creator or whatever style you're trying to do. You're probably going to sound like somebody else, or you sound like Sodom or whatever. You know what I mean? You get the fucking point. Sound like Incantation. But the only way you're going to stand out is your songs are, whoa, every single song is memorable, doesn't sound the same, and very good, catchy songwriting. That's all you can pretty much do now. Now, I'm sure some fucking musical genius or talented ass motherfucker has something up his sleeve that's never been heard. I'm not saying it can't be done, but not with the amount of people trying to do shit. You ain't going to pretty much not going to reinvent the wheel. That's what I'm getting at. And usually the bands that do try to reinvent the wheel when they're doing all stuff, it's just like, I don't fucking like it. It's just some, now you can just tell they're really just go on their way to try to do something new, whether it be noisy or it's like, is this even music type of shit? Or it's too artsy fartsy, where it's like, yeah, it's new, but it's like, this isn't rocking my socks off by any fucking means. So, yeah, not saying miasmatic necrosis is anything new, but if you like Carcass, General Surgery, Regurgitate, Hemorrhage, that stuff, and you like banger, catchy, memorable songs, they're right up their alley for you. Now I'm totally looking forward to the show. December 9th, goddammit, I will definitely be there. So, anyways, that's it for this one. Comments, questions, you know what to fucking do. Put the comments box, get an answer, Brian, in the morning. Later, goddammit.